So in this video, we are going to talk about 5 habits to improve your creativity at work. And these habits I have applied in my own life, and I can guarantee you that if you just apply these habits in your life, it will help you become more creative at work. And before we get into this video, I want to tell you that this month I am going to turn 20 years old. And on this special occasion, I have written down a small ebook for you guys containing 10 lessons that I learned before turning 20. The book is completely free, and if you are interested, so click the first link in the description and you will get the book. Now let's get into the video. So the first thing first is capture your ideas. So have you ever noticed that whenever we sit down for work, whenever we sit down to write down some ideas, we never actually get any ideas. No matter how long we look for inspiration, we look for ideas, we actually ended up writing nothing. And actually what happens is we get the ideas in a very unexpected time. For example, while driving, while in the shower, while talking to friends. These are the moments when we get the ideas the most. And the first thought comes in the mind that yeah, we will write down these ideas whenever we sit for work. And what ended up happens is we just forget that idea, and that idea never comes in our mind forever. So what is the best solution for that? The best solution for that is you can keep a very small notebook with yourself, and in that book you can just write down ideas whenever you get these ideas. Or the other solution is that you can just use your phone, because the phone is with you 24/7. So you can write down your ideas in the WhatsApp, in Notepad, or in the Notion. What I mean to tell you is that you need to write down your ideas. And I don't think so I need to tell you the importance of it. Just imagine if you get a masterpiece idea in a very unexpected time, and if you didn't write that idea, you will just lose it forever, because you're not gonna remember it till you sit down for work for writing down ideas. So the best thing is just write down the ideas in your notebook or in your phone. Now the second point is move your body. So your creativity completely depends on your mind and the mental health. And the way you keep your mental health as stable as possible is by doing physical activities, by moving your body. And the few ways you can do that is by going to the gym, going for small walks, or just, hanging out with the people, playing sports. These are the kind of activities that will keep your brain as stable as possible, because you will not be working for hours and hours on a single project, which will limit your creativity at some point. And that's why you need to do different things as well to keep your mind stable as much as possible. The third thing is get that environment. So there is no denying in that he scroll for hours and hours, probably more than 5 to 6 hours each day. And most of the time we are not even scrolling purposefully. We are not learning anything, we are not becoming productive, we are not taking any inspiration. And I believe if you really want to scroll, you should be scrolling purposefully. Means you should be learning while scrolling. My Instagram account is only filled with content creation, productivity things, book reading. And this kind of scrolling helps me to remain in that kind of environment where I'm just scrolling and taking inspiration from other people. So that's why it's crucial that you scroll purposefully and you are not just scrolling without any purpose and you are not learning anything. Number 4 is prioritize rest. I have already talked about this in the second point, that how important is that to keep your mental health as stable as possible. And another thing is prioritizing rest. If you really want to strengthen your mind, then you really need to get good sleep. And certainly you don't need to work for hours and hours. This way you will be able to process things more, because you are not doing anything and you are just giving your mind rest. And it's not only important for your mind, it's also important for your physical body. So the rest should be number one priority of you. If you're not even getting enough sleep, then you really need to think about it. So it's important that you get a good sleep and you certainly don't work for hours and hours and get overwhelmed. So the fifth and last point is consume less and make more. In my opinion, I think you should be making more and consuming less. What I mean by that is, if you are consuming content for 1 hour or 2 hours, you should be working for at least 3 to 4 hours. See, before starting my own channel, when I used to consume a lot of content, I used to think that now I know everything. Now I can get millions of subscribers in just couple of months. But no, when I started making the content, the case was completely different. You actually learn more by making more and not by consuming. The only time I consume content is when I need inspiration, when I need ideas. Other than that, I don't really consume any kind of content in my niche to become more creative. Making content and consuming content are completely different things. You will be able to learn more by doing practicing rather than consuming content. For example, if you are someone who makes content and you want to improve your content more, then I would suggest, instead of consuming more, you should be improving your videos by 1% every single day. or maybe every single week if you are posting weekly. This way you will be able to learn more and you will be able to get that improvement in your creativity at work. Also, a lot of the time we just get stuck into that kind of rabbit hole or something when we are consuming too much and we are not even learning anything. Doesn't matter if you are taking the notes or something or if you are just watching a video, it is completely different far more than making the videos. So my best suggestion would be that consume less and make more, and you will see the difference in your creative work a lot. So that is it for today's video, and if you enjoyed this video, you also might want to check out this video as well where I share how you can actually work on your goals. And if you're also interested in taking that book, so you can click the first link in the description and you will get the book. See you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.